Hey, my name is Will Austin. This is the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a collection of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. I hope you are well today. We're still waiting for the rain. Maybe after I take my nap, it'll rain. Maybe. And then I'll get to drive to work in the rain. I hope not. Anyway, this story is, for me, one of the prime examples of how Republicans and sometimes conservatives get lost. They lose their way. And things that aren't inconsequential get elevated to importance for no need. We mentioned the other day that the LSU women's basketball team was not on the court for the national anthem at the beginning of their game against Iowa the other day. And LSU lost 94-87. And some of you just went, yeah, get them. Yeah. Anyway, so the Louisiana governor isn't buying LSU's excuse, Kim Mulkey's explanation for why the team wasn't on the court during the Star Spangled Banner. Just not buying it. Footage of LSU's absence during the national anthem was recorded, which Mulkey explained is as an unintentional mishap. Supposedly, the team leaves the court a little before tip-off. Mulkey added she didn't know when the anthem would be played. It's kind of a stupid explanation. It's going to be played, once the referees get everybody else on the court and the other team is standing on the court or transitioning to standing on the court. It's going to be very soon. So that's a BS excuse. It's just BS. So Governor Landry is pushing state lawmakers. Now this is stupid too. Again, one stupid act followed by another stupid act doesn't make smart. It's not like two negatives make a positive. Two negatives make a bigger negative. So Governor Jeff Landry is pushing the state lawmakers to require Louisiana State athletes to be present for the anthem. What happens if they don't? What if I gotta, drop a deuce? We get warmed up and I run around and I go, I can't drop a deuce. And I miss the anthem. What? You're gonna pull my scholarship? What are you gonna do? How's this enforcement? What if I'm, I don't know, Seventh-day Adventist or Jehovah's Witness? What are you going to do? No, I think that Jeff Landry is playing politics here and not thinking anything through, because why? When you play politics, you don't have to. And I guess you could say that he was a bit embarrassed. It'd have been less embarrassing had they won, right? So again, Governor Landry joined the list of voices who criticized the LSU coach and the LSU women's basketball team for missing the national anthem prior to the game against Iowa. Landry issued a statement Tuesday morning challenging again lawmakers to implement a policy that would, because what happened here was more laws. And the coach saying, I didn't know when the anthem was going to be played. Yes, you do. Yeah, if you've ever been to more than two sporting events, more than two. Now, they could be basketball or hockey or football or soccer or tiddlywinks or whatever, that the national anthem gets played or a national anthem gets played. That it doesn't happen like in the middle of the first quarter. It happens right before you start, right before tip-off. So you've had your warm-up, you've had your shoot around, you had your warm-up, and referees and officials are starting to move things around. get seats ready. You know when it's going to happen. You know it's coming. So to run off, and we know why she ran off, because there were women on that team who didn't want to be there during the national anthem because they're holding on to 2020, 2021, and they wanted to be somewhere where they weren't there because otherwise they'd be standing there holding up a fist. What they don't realize is that nobody gives a damn about women's college ball. They don't. They don't. This is kind of a rabbit trail, but follow me down this rabbit trail. Uh, During March Madness, ESPN puts out a place where you can do a bracket. I don't know what that is, right? You do the bracket and you pick who you think is going to win what game, blah blah blah. And it's just sort of kind of fun thing to do. And I let's see, I'm going to pull this up so I can give you the right numbers because I want to give you the right numbers on this. But this really shows, I think, um, how little people care about women's basketball. I mean, so it's easy to know, it's easy to figure out why nobody cares about the WNBA, let alone women's sports. And people normally only care about the women's game in college because they have some allegiance to the college. I want the Florida State everything to win, including the Florida State softball team, a game which I've never seen, not even on TV. The Florida State women's rugby team, a game I've never seen, not even on TV. The women's basketball team, a game I've never seen. No, not true. Not true. The Pep Band played at a couple of games when I was in school, but it's because it's Florida State, not because it's women. I've never, other than those two or three games I went to in the Pep Band, I've never seen. I never watched on TV. Uh, Women's tennis team. I want to see the women's tennis team, the women's golf team do well because it's Florida State. Outside of that, nobody cares. Ladies, nobody cares. You have to understand that, right? So in any case, I my my women's bracket. I did terrible because I put Florida State women to win the whole thing, and I picked randomly everything else. We were at the final four, and I got a whopping 47.6% of my picks correct, which puts me in the top 2 million of all the people who picked. My third bracket for the men's, I picked Kansas to win, and everything else is just random. Down to 35.3%. More than 17 million, right? In rank. Not good. Not good. Terrible. But so many more people. The idea is that there are so many more people picking for the men's tournament than the women's tournament. Well, why is that? Well, it's because more people care about the men's tournament than the women's tournament. Well, why is that? Because the men's game is better. It's the very same reason why sports fans don't follow middle school football. That's why you can't get it on ESPN. That's why you can't get it on Fox Sports. That's why you can't get it. That's why you can't see it. And then after middle school football is high school football. And except for a very slim number of people, nobody cares about that either. except the people who are involved. And then college football, only because of the reason I just told you, is very popular, but not as popular as the National Football League because the level of play increases. People aren't watching the WNBA because you have the NBA. Who would watch? Who, if you're a fan of the game, who would watch the WNBA if you could watch the NBA? Who would watch women's soccer when you can watch men's soccer, which is so much better? The quality of the game is so much better. So, all that to say, nobody cares if the LSU women don't come out for the national anthem. Who gives a crap? Nobody's watching that crap anyway. Now, I know this game got more notoriety than any on TV than any women's game in history. That still doesn't mean anything. So what? Let's not get distracted by stupid crap. Let's not get distracted by stupid crap. Shall we? Till we see you again, go out there and love somebody. And for goodness sake, take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you.